This morning, okay, so this is so exciting. There is a lot of development happening here in the Inland Northwest. Nick joining us from the Innovation Den. You've taken a 114-year-old building in Coeur d'Alene and turning it into something that is just really exciting for innovation and for technology. What are we talking about here?
Correct, yeah. So we've taken an old Elks building, which is a bit ironic because it's where people used to get together and talk about things that mattered. and it was abandoned for about 27 years.
Yeah.
Bought it with a few partners, and now we're putting in 47 offices, a private club in the basement, coffee house, cafe with local roasting in there. And there's a lot of robotics and AI happening in there. We have executives from Google, Facebook, SpaceX that have already been flying in and out of Coeur d'Alene, working with companies there and mentoring. And now this is becoming the home for all that activity.
Why is it so important to our greater community to have innovation here in Coeur d'Alene?
Yeah, I think the future of work and the future economy is changing very rapidly. They're saying 42% of jobs that exist today are going away in the next 20 years. Wow. And so there's going to need to be a massive retraining cycle. And in that, I believe personally that how we look at work will change to where it'll be more about small teams of people creating very valuable things rapidly and selling those to large corporations. So as we see job loss, it's going to be important to have these places that people can turn to be retrained or reactivated maybe.
When you think about the west side of the state, Washington, and you have Amazon and Google building these huge, massive buildings, why do you think it's important to create that here on a smaller scale?
Yeah, I think it's a way for us to be able to serve their needs in a sense, because these large companies have a hard time innovating. And so as they grow larger, most large organizations aren't too swift. And so it's important that we have a place. We can do things outside of a building, but if we can put them all together, it's more useful to where if you try an idea and it fails, you can find another company to pair up with, or you can get some support, mentorship, even kind of, clean up your wounds with someone down in the club in the basement. We have a private club down there with a cigar room and a bar. But really, it comes back to that same idea that the future work changes so fast, and if we're all decentralized, it's harder to find each other. And Innovation Collective, which is the company that we put together to help kind of connect the people, and now the Innovation Den becomes at home. So I just think it's important to where we have patent attorneys in there, venture capitalists. I think there's about 10 startups that have now rented. So putting that together with bankers and all the right key pieces makes the economy go fast.
It's fascinating to see, and I know it's quite expensive, and so you and your team being able to keep that innovation here is quite remarkable. Thank you so much for joining us.